Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everybody is well. How you feeling there,
Yeah.
Doc?
Hey, I'm feeling amazing. Day, how you feeling?
Man, I'm loving life twice. Any better, I need a twin. I
Hey,
cannot.
that's a beautiful thing. Hey, what can we say? NBA,
Yeah,
Dallas and
yeah, it's
Boston.
a nice
Hey,
game, right?
it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm looking forward to that. But hey, how you all doing out there, audience? So glad to have you all on with us tonight. We're just looking forward to sitting around and just having some fun with you all tonight and just talk about some of the amazing things that are happening, um, not only in business that we're doing, but just a lot of good things going on. We always hear a lot of negative stuff, Bay. You know that a lot of negative stuff that goes on. News report a lot of negative stuff, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of good things that are going on too, though. So. But Bay, how you feeling, man? Brother? How are you feeling, man? You look amazing. You got your hair done, man. You look
Hey,
great
Doc.
over there.
Hey, Doc. You and me, I have on the hat. You say call me the hat guy. I'm the hat
Yeah,
guy.
you like
Yeah,
that.
but my
Yeah.
wife and my barber told me I couldn't put on the hat today because
What?
I got my head
Oh, okay.
tightened
Okay.
up. My wife
Okay. Wonderful.
did the style for me, twisted it, and then of course my barber did it up for me. But I'm
Okay.
overall I feel good. I feel good, Doc.
Good.
I cannot complain. I'm just grateful for God and everything God's
Mm.
doing for each and every one of us,
All right.
individually and as a whole.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just
Yes.
excited and thankful and grateful, gratitude in my heart. And
Absolutely.
I just hope that each and every one of our viewers is feeling the same exact way.
All
Um,
right.
the time is upon us right now where the stars are aligned and the elevation and expansion of our journey has just begun. So
Yeah.
I
Great.
appreciate you, Doc, because you are a scholar and a gentleman.
So are you. Yeah. I'm so excited because the last time we was on, we kind of shared the vision of what we're doing over here in Hidden Wealth, and we talked about how opportunities are somewhat limited sometimes to individuals, and that what we're building and what we're doing is we're trying to change that model, and to create opportunities for individuals to come along and be a part of a movement that's predicated on making other people's lives better. Because when we initially said it's all about freedom,
Absolutely.
where yeah, freedom, where meaning that you can do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it on your own dime, and that's freedom. And that's what this movement is all about, is to liberate people, and it started by bringing opportunities to people, and we was able to start the fulfillment of the first promise this week
Yeah.
by bringing those opportunities and connecting and bringing equity partners alongside of us and opening up doors of opportunities. And so that has elevated my excitement because that's what this is all about. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to toss it your way. When I used to always hear the phrase that people say, I work for a living. I work for a living, and the word work is not the word that brings a static, because even in the Bible says if a man doesn't work or if a person doesn't work, they should eat. You got to work, but it's the living side of that phrase that always intrigued me. Like, you know, I work for a living. Who? What living? Who? I mean, you're working for a living. A living who? Who is that living person or thing that you're working for?
Hmm.
That. And I believe it's a system that was able to psychologically create a phobia where people stop working for God or working for themselves and start working for this living, whomever that living person or thing may be. And so I always question that who are you actually working for? And what are you working for? Who are you working for? And what are you working for? Those are two questions that all of us should be able to answer. Who are we working for? And what are we working for? Or what are we working toward? And so, with that, I toss it to you, my brother.
Well, Doc, a question I think a lot of people probably ask once or twice if they ever have a chance to sit down to think. Because most of the time while we're working, we work in certain instances, and we never get a chance to honestly ask those questions, those simple questions. You know, we say a lot of phrases, but behind the phrases, people don't know the true meaning behind the phrases, and they just tend to say things not knowing what they truly mean. Um, you know, I don't know what scripture um, in the Bible, uh, but it says through all works is prophets, through all works is profit. I don't know what scripture it is. Y'all can, if y'all know it better than me. I'm not an expert at the Bible, and I would never claim to be an expert at the Bible. But if somebody know the verse, put the whatever the where the verse is. Uh, Through all works, there's profit. Now, profit, I look at it as, you know, some people don't do work and they do make or a small amount of money. Some people don't make nothing and they work. Then some people work and make a whole bunch. But from those people that's working their purpose, they always get paid in some instances, not financial. So I know from my experience, my personal experience, I've done a lot of works and not got paid financially, monetarily from it, but I have gotten paid emotionally from it. I've gotten paid with growth and experience from it. I've got paid from long-term relationships from it. I've gotten paid so many times over and over again. And I think a lot of people do get frustrated because they're looking at monetary things that they think they should be getting paid, not realizing the work they're doing, they're getting paid in many different ways that they might not even realize that they're getting paid. So that goes along with your question. Work for a living, a living, a living. People tend to think a person or money or thing financial. What about the intangibles, Doc? What about the intangible things that you can never really truly hold in your hand or feel a touch, a feel, but you can emotionally grasp it. You can intelligently grasp it. So I think that's a thought provoking question you asked, Doc. Very thought.
But I ask it because it interferes with purpose sometimes. But because when we put work ahead of purpose, we start working to, for most people, we all think that we work to take care of ourselves or take care of our loved ones. And so we working for that. That may be the goal. But what we're doing may be far from our passion, maybe so far from it. So I always try to push people toward their passion. And once you land into that passion, all other things just seem to open up. And I never wanted individuals to mix opportunities with work, because no one has ever met their goal by working. Because the more work you do, the more work you see you have to do. I mean, look at someone who's been on a job for 25 years and they still haven't reached freedom. They still haven't reached it, but they've been working toward it. So if we know that don't get you freedom, then what do get you freedom? And I always found that passion and freedom aligns themselves. And there's so much frustration right now that goes on in society, so much lack of love, because there's absence of things that individuals need, and they think work going to provide those things. Because psychologically, we've been taught that, we've been programmed to believe that work brings us the things that we need, when we know God is the ultimate supplier of those things. But it's passion. It's passion that brings true freedom and fulfillment. But because work tends to force people away from their passion. And I find that the elements in the societies that we're in now is causing people to become much more frustrated. Um, People are working harder than they ever have, but they're becoming much more frustrated. And the absence of passion and the absence of love has caused some parts of society to begin to become so fractured that we're seeing a fall off. And so what we're trying to do here is recapture that, is bring people back into a place where it starts with love, where you can rediscover your passion and by offering opportunities. Because when one has opportunities and they have income generating opportunities, they can do these other things that are so in line with their passion. Most people don't work in the area where their passion is at. So when we say we're trying to open up opportunities, it's so that people can build income streams so that they can go out and then fulfill their passion. And their passion usually aligned with making humanity better. And if we can get more people doing things to make humanity better and not doing more things to try to make income, we can make the world a lot better. And I know that's a big, tall task, but somebody got to start. We got to start somewhere. And we ain't the only ones doing it. There are other organizations out there doing it. But so, we created income streams for people. Once those income streams start to really rolling and people have income coming in, now they can focus on their passion. And when people focus on their passion, it tends to be more harmonious, more love is spread around, because now people are not operating out of need and greed. And so that's why I'm so excited, because we having the opportunity here to do just that, is to give individuals opportunities to create revenue, income streams, to provide them that level of freedom so they can go and fulfill their passion. That's why I'm excited, baby.
Yes, sir. And I definitely agree with you. I was thinking earlier today riding, and I posted it on my Facebook, you know, my whole goal in life is to please God and serve others.
Absolutely.
I don't know why it took me 40 plus years to figure that out and to say it just that simple, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But with everything we do and the position that we're in is to, first of all, do it and make sure it maintains
Yeah.
in line with God, but ultimately to help others do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Everything else that comes after that is just the blessings we get so that we can perpetuate those first two things.
Exactly.
And that's a power. When we put, in network marketing, they say duplication is everything, right?
Yeah.
Duplicate everything. But the ultimate duplication is pleasing God, helping others live a pleasing life to the Creator,
Yeah.
and to serve others. Be a good stewardship, right?
Yeah.
Be a
Yeah.
good steward to others, because it's
Yeah.
so many people that really needs our help, and not just financial help, no, more of a mental help, more of a spiritual help, more
Yeah.
like outside of just money. A lot of people, yes, we trade, yes, we make money and all that, yes, but that is something much bigger than just money.
It's got to be.
Much
Yeah.
bigger. Yes, money is the tool we use to operate in this world, on this plane. But this plane right now, if you only see this plane right now, you want to open up your mind to see the ultimate place,
Yeah.
because ultimately it's much bigger than this. This is a small portion, right, of where eternity is, right?
Right.
So I agree with you. I agree with you full-heartedly.
Because money has been used as a tool to drive people towards certain ends that others use. Because money is the biggest bait out there, no doubt about that, for the majority of us. Money. When you hang money out there, you can pull people towards you. So money has been the bait that people have used to fish with for years, money, or the promise thereof. And so, but when we get into the position where we're now chasing money, we lose sight of what God really wants us to be doing. So the opportunities that we are creating over here is so that people don't have to chase money or to use work as an aspect to fulfill any area of their life. Because once the revenue is there, then people can go toward their passion. And so that's our goal here is to liberate people, is to have a movement. But behind all of that is to go and make other people's lives better. It's not to just liberate people from nothing. It's so that we can build a community of like-minded individuals that's on a mission to help make other people's lives better. And so first and foremost, opportunities have to be given. When opportunities are afforded to individuals that they can start securing different areas of their lives financially, it opens up opportunities for them to do so much more to help other people. So, and that's why I'm so glad that we on this mission to help liberate people and make their lives better and give them opportunities that sometimes is rarely seen. I don't know too many corporations that establish equity partners on the front end and give individuals opportunities to grow with them and just be a part of them, and to the opportunities that we are affording right now is just, it's somewhat unprecedented in a way in what we're doing over here. And I'm just so happy that God has given us the spirit and the mind to want to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say this to everybody out there that's listening. I want to say this because this, and please hear me, you all that listen, hear this. When sometimes in life, certain things you're gonna get broken away from. It may be friends, it may be family, and certain things happen and you just get broken away from it. And it may hurt when it happens, but sometimes God's gonna harden the heart of a Pharaoh so that he can get you away. And it doesn't mean the Pharaoh was bad, but God had to harden that heart so you could see something in that make you leave. Because sometimes loyalty will keep us in a place where we know we're not happy and we don't want to be, but because we're loyal, we're there. And it takes something, it takes something that's catastrophic or somewhat to force us out of there. It's like, the children of Israel making brick out of straw with no water. But, and God hardened Pharaoh's heart because don't they even see they're making bricks. But God has something that's better for them. But he had to change the heart of one individual to be so evil toward them to get them to leave, to get into their destiny. Wow. And so that's why I don't hold nothing against anybody who may have done anything. I don't know how God may have used them to force me to move. So sometimes in life, even though you try and hold on to something, because you may have a feeling that it bringing you a certain level of security, and you are afraid of what's on the other side of that security, even though that security is not what you really want, but you don't know what else to do. Just trust God. God will get you out of that situation. God will get you out of that situation. God will help you see that person or that thing totally different. You will look at them totally different, and all of a sudden you say, I can't handle this, and I'm out of here. Because it's never God's intent for you to be imprisoned by anything in life. God wants you to have total freedom, 100% freedom. And sometimes we imprison ourselves because of the fear of the unknown. And the comfort of the thing we don't like is better than the potential comfort of the thing we don't know about. But don't be afraid to let God push you away. push you into the opportunities that he have for you. And I promise you, you'll be so grateful that you did. You'll be extremely grateful that you did. And I'm so happy over here, Bay, that we're one of those places that they can get pushed to, that they can come here and be a great opportunity that God has given us to help so many people, because that's what this is all about. It's helping as many people as we possibly can. You're right, Ms. Smith. It is trials and testing, but growth takes a lot out of you sometimes. It can push you into spaces that you feel very uncomfortable. But I always say, don't be afraid of what you don't know. Don't be afraid of what you don't know. Be willing. Be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Be willing to trust God just a little more every day. Just a little more every day. And you'll see that your life and the opportunities will start just flowing your way, because God you in your passion. Because in your passion, you find your purpose. And your purpose is not to work to take care of your life or to work for a living. I promise you that ain't your purpose. And for most of us, it ain't even our passion. Don't be afraid to let a little bit of trust in God move you out of that comfort zone into the space where God wants you to be. And my hope is that after we finish the night talk, that a lot of you go back and reevaluate what you're doing. Is it making other people's lives better? Or is you just doing it for yourself? Why are you working? What are you working for? And whom are you working for? Is it making other people's lives better? Is it bringing you closer to your goals? Because life is full of opportunities. Ask God for opportunities. Ask God. And babe, when I talk about things like this, I get excited inwardly, because I just know that it's a movement that's happening right now. It's a movement that's happening, and it's liberating people through opportunities. It's so many opportunities right now, and I just want people to open up their eyes a little bit more so they can see them.
And this is truly the beginning. This is just the beginning.
It is.
I'm just sitting in awe based off everything you said, because it was a point in my life many times that I became fearful at the last minute. Before we started Hidden Wealth Society, I called you and we spoke and you heard it. You was like, no, right now, let's go, let's do it. That was fear. That was fear. Fear of the unknown. But I heard God through you.
Yeah.
That I had already heard without you. You just re-enhanced that voice to say, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right. Then being able to put participants or citizens in a position of ownership.
Right. Beautiful.
I don't think that's, like you said, I don't know any company that put their quote unquote citizens, their customers or clients in a position to have ownership in what they're participating in, so they can grow with the actual company that's growing, that they're part of helping growing. Right. Yeah, you can, network marketing, you can pay your fee and you can help it grow, and they pay you based on your production. That's it. I don't know any companies that even give their top owner, their top producers, a chance to have a portion of the company, making a portion of profits on a yearly, annual basis, having some type of ownership. So that right there was God-given as well.
It's enough to go around. It's enough to go around.
Enough for everybody. It's enough for everybody. And I'm excited for the future, Doc, because I already know we're breaking barriers right now, going into a realm that hasn't been done, going to prove that continuously proving what people say that can't be done is going to be done, to the point where it's going to be standard to do it this way. It's going to be standard to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, people are not going to want to deal with
you. Never be afraid of doing a new thing.
Yeah.
That's because nobody else is doing it. That doesn't mean it can't be done. You know, and I always felt that what will make other people's lives better? If we're going to do something, is it going to make other people's lives better? And that's what this is all about. Let's make somebody else's life better. Let's present some opportunities to make other people's lives better. And you know, and audience, you know, don't be afraid to step out and trust yourself with what's inside of you. You don't have to go on in life doing what you don't want to do for fear that if you stop doing that, you're going to fail, or that nothing else you can. Yeah, you may be doing something right now that you don't want to do. And sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do until you can do what you can do. But always in the back of your mind, be looking at a way to break free from imprisonment, mental imprisonment, spiritual imprisonment, emotional imprisonment. Always be looking for a way to break free. Never become comfortable being, you know, captured by a system or a psychological way of thinking that keeps you away from your passion. Always look to find a way to get into your passion. And for most of us, we look for financial freedom so that we can get into our passion. You know, there's a lot of mothers out there that would much rather be, you know, homeschooling their kids and doing a certain thing, but they have to get up and go to a 9 to 5. You know, there are so many out there that's entrepreneurs that have these great ideas, and these ideas would not only make their lives much better, but make the lives of many others better. But because they may not have the resources, or just don't feel that they can pull it off, years go by, and before you know it, you know, you're so entrapped in that. When the door open for you to get out, get out. And the best way to get out is to look for opportunities to get out. And sometimes those opportunities may come through some investments into something, or, you know, God always presenting these opportunities, but always be willing to step away from the thing that's keeping you away from the thing that you want to do. Don't be afraid to step away from it. And so when I look at what we're doing over here, I don't want to keep saying it, what God is doing over here, because it is really God that's doing it. It's showing that we can all come together as a community, invest our talents, our skills, and build something great that will not only take care of us, but take care of our kids and our kids' kids, but just open up many doors of opportunities so that people can not only find financial freedom, but find spiritual, emotional, and mental freedom. And so that's why I'm so excited about what we're doing, because we're just not focusing on what people need from a physical perspective, but we're looking at what people need from more of an emotional and mental perspective, because that's where true freedom lies, at in your emotions. And we want to make sure that people can operate in love and operate with their passion and not be so bound and tied up to a system that makes you work for a living. So,
yeah, that's true. That's all fact. It's really, I think it's the desire, Doc, getting past that fear, and getting into the desire. Like, for the listeners, if you know you want to do something, just get out there and do it. You may not even know how to do it, but get out there and start moving towards doing it. And
talking about it with nothing else.
Yeah, the right people are going to show up. The right situations are going to show up. It's amazing, because
start saying who you are, even though you may don't be it yet. You know?
Yeah, like Doc, I like, you have helped me really get into, get really, really, really deep and doing my reels, like getting deep into my studies. And just the little things, you start noticing the small things that equates to what we do. The very small things that equates to the big things, the bigger picture. Right. The first thing God said to man was be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
And all of these things. And then you will get everything you want. But it was do, then have. Yeah. It wasn't have first. It was do these things, and then you will get.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no fear. It wasn't a such thing as fear back then.
Because you got to be fruitful.
Now we grown as adults. We still have a parent, which is God, telling us what to do. So if we do those things, we have whatever we want. And Doc, I just it's amazing that the whole goal is to just think of it like this. Not you, Doc, but you. I know you hearing me, but I want everybody else that's listening right now to really hear what I'm about to say. If you can get out of your mind of what you're going to get out of the deal and catch a true passion to help people get out of their situations, you will have an unlimited amount of resources, everything you can absolutely imagine. You will be able to get things you don't even know that it don't even exist now that will exist in the future. You're going to have without even a want. Right. But you have to really want to help others. You really have to want. And that will develop over time, especially within this community. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. There's no way around
it. Yeah, and that's the part of it that makes me so proud about what we're doing over here, because we are allowing God to lead us into a space that's somewhat new for me as well. Some of the things we're doing it's new for me because the way we are building it out. But to give the opportunities that we've been given, to offer those opportunities to others, it's so fulfilling. And yeah, I mean, God wants us to multiply, replenish, subdue. He wants us to do all of that. But we can do it together. We don't have to be in competition so much. And the world has patterned itself so much after competition. I mean, we can watch some competition tonight in the NBA.
Who you going for, Doc? Who you going for, Doc? Who you going for? Hold on. Side note, who you going for? Call it.
Who do I think who gonna win, or who do I want to win?
This side note, then I'm gonna let you get back to what you were saying. Who gonna win? Okay. Who you going for?
Who do I want to win, or who's gonna win?
Come on, Doc. I know I got to ask you the right question. It got to be specific, right?
Right.
Who would you like and hope to win?
That's a hard question because there are players on both teams that I favor. I like some guys on Boston. I certainly like some guys on Dallas, but I will go from a coach perspective. I just favor Jason Kidd. I just like everything he's represented as far as a man, a gentleman when he was on the court, and what he's done off the court. And mentoring guys on the floor, I just like that what he represents. So to see him standing there, at the end, I think that. So I'm kind of pulling for Dallas.
Okay, I'm with you, Doc. I was going to say
for Jason Kidd,
I was going to say the same thing. I just wasn't going to say Jason Kidd. I was going to say the Mavericks, right? I'm going for Dallas. I don't like Boston Celtics.
Okay. I like some of the players. I mean, I like Jaylen Brown. I understand. That's the rivalry. That's part of the rivalry.
There's nothing wrong with the city. It's nothing wrong with the city. I love the city, but
it's part of the rivalry. Competition, right?
Yeah, that organization. They got too many championships. Let somebody else get some.
But hey, that's what it's all. Sports competition.
Yeah,
but I think that's what happened though in society is that we became so competitive over time, and uncontrollable competition sort of pushes love out of the way. And it brings in other elements where people, where they want to win so bad, they're willing to compromise their more that just to win. And so when you put winning above other people, then it's no more about competition. It becomes a fight. And out here in society now, I mean, you know, companies are just doing stuff that I don't quite understand why they do what they do. They, you know, they limit the amount of products in a box, tell you it's 16 ounces, but they're actually giving you 11. I mean, and so it's so many things that are happening because of greed, and because this company trying to hurry up and get ahead of that company, that they're cutting corners and they may be mistreating some of their employees and all, because at the end of the day, they want to be on the top. I mean, why everybody got to try to be on the top? You know, got to be the biggest and the baddest and the best. And so I never wanted us to try and be the best over anyone else. Just be the best that God wants us to be. And whatever that best looks like, then that's what that best looks like. But it never will be done based around us trying to tear down what anybody else is doing, or belittling what anybody else is doing, or trying to circumvent them, but to partner with them. Because we can do more if we partner together, because when you partner together, then you're not in competition with each other, because now you are one. And so that's what we're doing here, is that, hey, come and join us, be a part of us. There's opportunities here. Let's become one. Because that's in the beginning, God made them one. Maybe male, female, but it's the same thing. That same thing works all through life. When you connect with people and you become one, you take competition out of the way. And competition has a tendency to bring in bad habits and bad tendencies. So we're not in competition with anybody. That's not the goal, to try to be bigger and better than anybody else. It's to try and offer many opportunities and connect and become one, unified for one movement, for one purpose, and that's to make other people's lives better. And that's why I wake up in the morning with so much energy, because we're helping people find their passion and come into their purpose. Because this is not about competition. It is really not. This is about helping people get into their space and their place, because when you're in your space, in your place, you make other people's lives better. You just do, because the things you do with so much love, and that's what we want more of in the world. We want more love. And sometimes competition don't bring about love. It brings about hate. People, you know, rivalries. Even sometimes in families, there's competition. Who's, you know, well, that's the favorite, or this, and in that competition, it sometimes it's not healthy. And in the business world, I found that it's not healthy. You know, it's not healthy, because businesses, if we all work together to make everybody's life better, it's enough. See, businesses make so much money. Hidden Wealth be making so much money. But what's the purpose of making all that money if people are not getting liberated through what that organization is doing? You know, what's the purpose?
Hey, Doc, quick question for you. You say, you know, being that we live in a society that is driven by competition or being competitive, you know, in the marketplace, in business, right? That's one of the main things. You have to be, it's a competitive environment, or a competitive industry. How can one with that program in their mind get that out of their mind to go on the path in which you're speaking about?
You have to renew your mind. It's through the renewing of the mind. And it starts with individuals like you and I. You don't have to compete with everybody. Just be the best that you can be, and whatever that is, that's what that is. And wherever that ends you up in life, that's where that ends you up in life. But a lot of us got off our because we were trying to compete against a system. that we can never win against,
Wow.
because the system will put in place to win against us. And so we've been competing against a system trying to find freedom, and freedom ain't in that system.
Hey, like people trying to be greedy in the market. Trying to go in the casino, they're trying to beat the casino out. Casino got unlimited amounts of money.
You know, if two people compete against each other, they both will end up with certain outcomes. But if those same two people join together and use their efforts and energies and their talents and their resources, they look how much more they can do. Divided is just that. But when you unify, and the best way to unify is everybody needs to be owners. It's like the kingdom of God. We all are co-owners with God. We own the most precious thing that God created, and that was life. He gave us the most precious thing. He gave us life. What's more precious than life? Nothing. God gave us the most precious thing. So if we're going to replicate God, we have to give people the most precious thing. And the next most precious thing you can give a person outside of life is freedom.
Wow.
Freedom. And that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for freedom, to give people freedom. And freedom comes through the way of opportunities. Where there is no opportunities, there's no freedom. And we have to be a movement to bring about freedom. If we're going to say we godlike, we can't give life, but we can give freedom by giving through opportunities. But it starts with co-partnering, bringing us together as one, taking away the separation through competition. And say, we're not competing together. You're an owner just like I'm an owner. So we're not competing now in business, because we all own it together. And that was the promise we started delivering this week. Said, no, we just deal hitting well, or when we bring on the real estate arm, which is going to be coming on next, no, we're going to create equity partners and let all of you become owners. That way we're not in competition with each other.
Everybody win.
Huh?
We win. I said everybody win. We all working towards the goal to win, so everybody can win. Everybody can win.
Make the world a better place for everybody. For everybody, to make the world a better place. For everybody.
That's a beautiful thing. I know I'm excited.
It is. It's a beautiful thing.
Is anybody here excited? Is anybody here excited? Right? If you're not a part of society, well, it's time.
That's right. There's strength in unity, my brother.
Yeah.
Definitely strength in unity.
Demarcus. That's Demarcus.
And that's what this is about. It's about unity. But you can't unify people if you're not bringing something to unify them with. Opportunities is what unify people. That's what brings us together, when we all have a chance to sit at the table of opportunities.
You know what, Doc? It's amazing because most of the time, the only time people unify is when something negative happens.
That's true. I've heard that when people transition, they come together. And,
when there's certain issues, negative issues that happen, then that's when I heard somebody on YouTube, it was a funeral director, he say, stop letting the funeral director schedule and direct your family reunions. And what he meant behind that is, stop waiting until somebody transition in your family for your family to come together. He said, y'all should already be doing family reunions.
That's true. That is true.
And what you just said, that thought just came in my mind, that most of the time when people unify is when something negative happens. 9/11, United States unified. Why did it take 9/11? Pearl Harbor, United States unified. Why did it take Pearl Harbor? Right? COVID, people unified. Why did it take that? You know,
but we're doing it from a positive perspective.
Yeah.
But doing the opposite.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but why can't people unify positively from a positive thing? Why can't
Because
people?
it takes opportunities.
Exactly.
Opportunities unify people. And that's why we bring in opportunities. Because, when you bring an opportunity to the table that everybody can participate in, that brings unification. So it's not like what we're doing is rocket science. We're just saying, hey, this is how we can unify. But we can't unify by bringing an idea that only a select few benefit from, but others help bring that idea to fruition. That's what a lot of companies do. They come with a strong idea to say, hey, we're going to bring this product or service to the market or whatever, and grab a lot of people that collectively come along and help us do that, but they never are part. They never are part. They just helpers or workers to help bring the vision to fruition. So I always feel that opportunities bring unification. And so that's what we're doing. We offer an opportunity so that we can become one, so that the two can become one. And when you unify like that, then we can have a movement. And as we move along and more come along and partner with us, eventually we got a big movement that just spreading out opportunities, spitting out opportunities. I can't wait till we open up our real estate arm and bringing in our, and buying up these acres of land and building these nice, eco-friendly communities. And all of our equity partners, we all own it together. And, it's, even though we carry the vision and God has called us to be the leaders, we still are not the owners. We are co-owners with God, and we all doing this collectively. And that's why I'm so excited about phase 3 when we bring the real estate. I'm extremely excited about what we just did this week by opening up Stand Fast Marketing Group. And now we have quite a few equity partners that have joined with us. And they're going to make a lot of money out of it too. But and most of them already know it ain't even about the money. They know it's about the opportunity that they have to make humanity better and to serve the God of their knowledge. And I'm excited for all of them that decided that they saw the vision and they partnered with us, and now we all are co-owners because it was so much to go around. We didn't,
too much to go around, Doc. Too much.
And the same thing with our real estate arm. When we opened that up, the day we was talking about our foundation, Hidden Wealth Community Foundation, and all the good things and good works that it's going to do. We talked about our enrichment centers, the Baby World Enrichment Centers, where we're going to be they're working with so many youth in there, those who want to learn ballet or learn it's so many of the arts and things like that, science and math and robotics and all of that we're going to be able to bring these to all of these youth and be able to unify with these opportunities. But all of our equity partners are going to be a part of that and helping us bring that out. And that's that's the part that I'm so proud and my heart is so warm, is because we're going to help so many people get into their passion. And once we get more and more people in their passion, that's more and more love that's being spread around. That's more and more God that's being spread around. And my brother, I just love that because I love serving my Father. I do, but I do it through serving mankind, and you do too. And that's why we connect so much, because we are givers. We are givers. You are a giver, babe. You are a giver. I thought I was a giver until I met you. I said, you are a giver. I said, wow, this is so in line with what I want to be, a part of something that makes other lives better, that not working for a living, but working to make humanity better by offering opportunities so that we can take competition and take the sting out of it, so that competition can be healthy and not limited to people trying to take advantage of others so that they can be atop of someone else. And that's not what this is about. It really is not. It's just about offering these opportunities. So, well, I know we only have a little bit more time left. I saw our host and executive director, Ms. Styles, said, "Hey guys, how much more time we got? We almost out."
I just seen that was 5 minutes ago.
But no, the only thing I'm trying to get across tonight is that, you know, opportunities bring people together. It unifies peoples. It takes away, because sometimes competition becomes very unhealthy. We've seen that. Corporations, they become very unhealthy because they even hold down employees' pay so that they can have more money. So that, I mean, it just, the competition has gotten way out of hand. Well, we don't want competition. We ain't in competition with nobody. All we want is partners. We want to unify. We want to bring people together. And the bait we are using is opportunities. Opportunities. We're going to cast enough opportunities out there that we're going to attract the right people that see the vision. And that the vision is to help humanity find opportunities and continue to make other people's lives better. So all of you out there that's hearing us tonight, don't just look for an opportunity. Look for an opportunity and assure yourself that that opportunity is to make somebody else's life better. Look for opportunities like that. Align yourself with those opportunities. And God will open up so many doors for you that it was just, you'll be amazed. And I only saying that because I lived that. I lived that life. That, you know, God has opened up so many opportunities for me. And only because I don't have time to focus on what I need anymore. I learned a long time ago, when I focus on what I need, everything I thought I needed, I didn't need that. I wanted that. I thought I needed it. But I just want to focus on what other people need. And I know what other people need. They need opportunities. They need opportunities for freedom. That's what they need. Opportunities to find freedom. And that's what we're creating over here. Opportunities for people to find freedom.
Yeah, I would just say, Doc, to everyone, get out of your way, get to your purpose and your passion. Uh, don't be in competition with anyone except for you getting better every single moment, every single day of your life, becoming a better person, get more deeper into your purpose. And the opportunity of a lifetime is just by making a decision and following through with that decision. All out massive action. Just all out massive action. And you may not understand at the beginning, you may not see the results you think you're going to see when it starts, but something is always working in the direction in which you put your energy or put your energy to. It's working in that direction for you. Now, if you're putting your energy in the wrong thing, it's working against you. But if it's in the right direction, it's working for you. So I'm excited for each.
So am I, babe. You know, I just hope that audience is hearing us, that, you know, don't, competition, you know, just get out of competition. Don't be, you know, there's people on the job competing for the next promotion that they got to maybe even undercut their coworker who done nothing to them, but that promotion, they need that promotion. So it's me and mine, baby. Whatever needs to happen, hey, I got to get there. And so it puts you in competition with your fellow man. And society has set it up that way, to help you constantly in competition, wrestling, divided, you know, because a divided house can't stand, and competition keeps people so much divided. You know, there's people out there that's in business, they all competing for that next client. You know, I got to oversell myself because I can't help my competitor get that client. I need that client. You know, whatever it takes. You know, even if I have to falsify stuff and say stuff that ain't true, I need that client. I got to get it. So it's put people in this rat race.
That's like politics too.
It put people in this rat race where they're constantly competing against one another. But there's enough. So you take competition out of the way when you make people owners. Because now we don't have to compete against each other. We can now work together with one another. And that's what we're building, something where we all work together to make humanity better. We're not competing with one another. It's enough to go around. So when we open up the doors where others can come in and be part of these opportunities, then they don't have to compete anymore. Now we all work together to make humanity better. That's the goal. That's the mission. Not to compete for a client or compete for the next dollar. No, it makes for a miserable life when you're constantly competing. Because competition is mean you constantly fighting. You're constantly fighting. You're constantly fighting. You got to be better than that person. The boss got to see you above this person, even if you have to put the person beside you down to make you look better. How that make you feel at night? I know it don't make you feel good, but that's the way society has programmed us to be in competition against one another. I'm just saying, take the competition out and put opportunities out there, and let's partner together. That's what this is all about. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We want to eliminate competition so we can bring harmony, so we can all work together to make the world a better place. So these opportunities that God has given us, He's given us these opportunities so we can make them available to others so that we can all partner together for a common goal, and that's to make the world a better place.
And it's such a great place to be when you lay your head down every night to rest. Some of the best you ever have in your life. Waking up energized every single day to do it again.
Yeah. To have the opportunity to make somebody else's life better.
Yes.
To have the opportunity. Today we had the opportunity to make some people's lives better, babe. And we did. We made some people's lives better today. And when you go to bed each night, or whenever you decide to lay down, lay your head down, and when you can look up and thank God that you gave me the opportunity today to make somebody's life better, and I did it. And I did. If it wasn't number telling somebody, hey, those are nice shoes you got on. Or, hey, your hair looked very nice today. Or just something kind, just a kind word that made somebody's life better, that made them smile. Say, wow, it made me feel good when they said that. You just made somebody's life better. It ain't always got to be you got to hand them a check or something like that, but just an act of kindness. And when you're not in the rat race and in competition, you can take time to do that. But when you're just thinking about yourself and what you got to do for yourself because you're working for a living, you don't have time to think about nobody else. So let's get out of competition with each other. We're not in competition with nobody. God has made us co-owners.
Cooperation.
Yeah,
collaboration. Collaboration. We all about collaboration, no competition.
We're not in competition with nobody, with no business, with nothing. We ain't trying to be better than nobody because we aren't no better than anybody. God made us all equal. Ain't nobody better than anybody else. We all are the same in the eyesight of God. We equal. So we're not better than anybody. We all are given an opportunity to give an opportunity. Everybody been given an opportunity to give an opportunity to make somebody else's life better. And if all you got to give is a kind word, give that. If all you got to give is a kind word, give that. Don't be in competition. That's not why God created us. Society programmed us to be in competition. That's not what God did. You don't have to compete. Unify. Let's become one. Babe.
Yeah.
How you feel, my brother?
I feel absolutely amazing, and I 100% agree with you. And I know in some instances, the listeners, you will go into that state and make that decision to go into that state of no competition. And even if someone that you're around, that you may work with, do business with, or they may still have that spirit upon them. But because you're not in competition with them anymore, and they may be in competition with you, do not let that stir your spirit. You stay on that path with cooperation and watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Well, babe, I know it's almost time because my PC said your battery is running low. You might want to plug it in. I didn't have power for a plug in. Maybe that's saying, hey, it's 9 o'clock. But anyhow, audience, thank you all for coming on and spending some time with us tonight. It's always an honor and a pleasure. And hopefully we always say something that's practical, that you can use to your life. And this show is all about not being in competition with anyone, but using your life to make other people's lives better and unifying with people. Let's unify. let's present opportunities. Let's create some opportunities so that we all come together and be one, so that we can make the world a better place. God bless you all. I love you all with the deepest of my heart. And Bay is all yours, my brother. If my PC go out before we close, know that I love you all. Thank you all for spending some time with us tonight.
Hey, you all heard the saying, it's a small world, but it becomes even smaller when you think big. So put a smile on someone's face, starting with your own. And as always, peace, love, and free.